Hey, what's up everyone? Blade here, and welcome back to another video of Persona 5X. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be going ahead and talking about Shoki, or Luce, seeing that his new form is coming out on TW in the upcoming days. Now, this character I've been very interested in, of course, because the man looks freaking stunning, and he has some moves to boot that honestly just make him look insane. So if you guys are interested on what he does, as well as some of the animations, be sure to sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. And as always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Now, for my global folks who are watching this is not gonna have any like actual spoilers. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have actually seen Luce before, so I don't really take him as a spoiler anymore. But I'm not gonna be talking about why he's in this form. I'm not gonna be talking about any of that stuff here. We're just going to be going ahead, taking a good look at the character. And if we do find a little bit of video footage to show off some of his movesets, we're obviously going to show that off a little bit too. So look forward to that, and I'm gonna get straight into it. So Luce here, who is going to be on the screen in a couple seconds, as you guys should see, is releasing very soon. Now, he's coming from the 4-star variant, which is going to be the one that everyone's going to be getting, and that's going to be this one. So Luce originally looks like this, looks pretty cool. Things go down and he has a new form, much like how we have Wind Vast and Wind. Luce is taking on a new form here, which is pretty darn interesting. Now, this form, what makes it so interesting here is the man apparently is specializing at HP costing and is a AoE blessed damage dealer. The only other AoE blessed damage dealer that we do have, if I'm right, should be let me check. Yeah, it should be S Closer. So this is our second AoE blessed character, and I'm pretty positive he's going to blow her out the water. Now, I do have Closer A6. Thanks to a little something happening, my man Exciter is actually going to be helping me out on trying to get him A6 as well. So we should be able to do a comparison video between the two. But after things I've seen to this character, I'm pretty positive he's going to absolutely destroy her. But the character himself is, of course, an AoE damage dealer. Apparently what he's doing is consuming his own HP per turn to really deal damage himself. It says right here that apparently we have to keep him below 40% for his optimal performance, and I'm very interested to see how he works here. The good part is, like some characters, he is not binded by awarenesses. As you see in the pros here, the character itself is almost complete at A0, which is really good to hear, because we have some characters at first that when they come out, they're not completed. They are terribly done. Or like, for example, Katayama, when she came out, A0 was there. You could use her, but you physically wouldn't get a use out of her 5-star weapon really, unless you went for the A1. So the character was very incomplete. As for this character, they're apparently just pretty darn complete with being A0, and apparently can deal some explosive damage within a short cycle. So meaning like 2 to 3 cycles can possibly just deal some insanely high tier damage. Now, the cons here for what it says it needs a specific party member. If the specific party member is not present, it is not possible to achieve the maximum stack. So I want to actually check this out, because I don't know anything about this character, so I do want to know exactly what team they're going with right now. And it does seem like it's Marion, Katayama, and Anj. Now, this is kind of interesting because my Katayama is A0. I do have her weapon, but I probably should have went for her A1 if I knew that Luce was going to need her. But we just move on from there. So, I mean, cool. We have the team. We'll be able to perform this pretty darn easily. I do see that they're using Macabre as the newest persona, which is the way to get Macabre actually kind of tilts me. I'll probably have a complaint video about that later on, but y'all see about that. But all in all, so we got all the core mechanics for this character to actually see how he does work here, which is pretty darn cool. Apparently for the revelation set, we are using Obtain and Perseverance. I think these are new ones. I can't tell. No, okay, Obtain is here for quite some time, and this one increases the attack percent by 12%, and whenever we cast a skill, it reduces our health and increases our damage by 12%. So this makes sense that he should be on this set effect. And then of course, by having Obtain and Perseverance itself, we're increasing our attack by HP based on our HP percentage. And then when our HP is 40%, we're getting extra 40% attack, which is cool. because it does fit inside of his actual set effect that's going on here. Now, the way he's built, I really am not going to pay too much attention to this, because of course I will figure that out when I'm doing my own testing as well. Just confirm some of this stuff. Obviously it's on here, so it must mean, of course, it's correct, but I'm going to go ahead and test some things out myself. He has a very funky skill rotation by the looks of it. I'm seeing 2213, 2213. So I'm not sure if his skill 2 just can be proc twice, which does seem like it, but we're gonna go ahead and read on this a little bit here. We have the skill 1, which I'm just gonna say is Spada, because I don't want to really mispronounce a lot of these here. This one deals blessed damage to all foes equal to 104.2% of attack, and this increases Shoki's critical damage by 48.8% for 2 whole turns. Now, this also grants him 2 Knight's Blessing stacks, and if he is below 40% max HP, he will then be able to be granted 3 bonus Knight Blessing stacks. So I'm guessing these Knight Blessing stacks are going to really play a part inside of the skill 3, because that must be his heavy damaging move, while skill 2 is more of like a form. Now, lucky for us, we do obviously have the P5X news and info thing on up here, so we can kind of see a little bit of his skills that he does have here. And the one I want to check out first is going to be the skill 1. I'm gonna mute this, make sure anything doesn't play here, and let's make sure everything can be seen. Let's click into this just a wee bit so we can go to that part in the video and you guys can kind of see it. I guess zooming in won't hurt all too much, but the screen's gonna look kind of weird. It does that little slash, which is pretty darn cool. All right, nothing too crazy. Sword goes across the land and then it does a huge slash. Pretty interesting to see how that's gonna work, and I accidentally clicked that by mistake there, but pretty interesting to see how that's gonna end up working here. But then we have the skill 2, which is, I want to make sure I'm saying this right, hopefully it is, Giramento, and I'm not going to try to say the other part because I know I'm going to freaking butcher it, but Giramento, this one itself gains a shield equal to 9.8% of his attack for 2 whole turns. Now, I can go up to 40% of Shoiki's max HP per skill. He's able to gain 1 Knight's Contract stack, and per this 1 Knight's Contract stack, he increases his damage by 9.8%. Whenever he does use his 3rd skill, of course, yeah, this has to be the big boy damaging skill here, he spends all of those stacks to increase his skill damage, and this can stack up to 8 times. So if that's 8 times, this man is getting a heavy attack buff that he has, as well as a damage buff, which is kind of interesting. But after using this skill, Shoiki can use other skills that won't count as his persona skills. So don't know exactly how that's going to go. I think that just in general, they're just overall just skill damage, so he's not bound to any persona related things here, which is pretty darn cool. This one we saw briefly, I think, on here, where he kind of buffs himself really quick, does that little icon, and that gives him some shield. So nothing too crazy for the animation there. Then we have Incendero, or I think I want to say just like, it's like incinerate, but Incendero, I guess is how you say it. This one is dealing blessed damage to all foes by 256.7%, which is a very high percent. Holy crap. If Shoiki has 5 Knight Blessing stacks, he deals bonus blessed damage to all foes equal to 45.3% of attack. This also increases his skill damage by each Knight Contract stack, which can go to a max of a certain amount of max of Knight Contract stacks, I think. Right here on the skill 1, we obviously see there's 5 stacks there. So then we get another stack here, so I think there's about 6 stacks that you can get in total. I'm unsure, but pretty darn interesting to see how that does go. But you lose all of these after using the skill, and you restore your HP. So pretty much you're always going to be using your HP, getting it back, using it, getting it back, using it, getting it back, and you're obviously going to deal a lot more damage. The highlight bases its attack based on the amount of missing HP as well, which is pretty interesting. Then we have the 2 passives being Grace and Nirvana. Oh wait, before I keep going, I want to just show the skill 3, because the skill 3 is saucy, bro. Hold on. The skill 3 itself, this is what really made me decide to go for this character. This man punches through and then does the signature, bro. You can't beat it, man. And then of course the highlight looks fantastic as well. So that's how the highlight looks here. He's going to do a slash through, and then obviously a gigantic explosion, which freaking looks sick, which I do love how that looks as well. But can't wait to try the character out here. We have his passives being Grace and Nirvana. Grace itself increases our attack by 6% based on the number of Knight's Blessing stacks, and Nirvana increases our pierce rate based on missing HP, which can go up to 15% at 40% HP. Awesome. Now for the A0, which is what makes him just work in general, apparently he has his blessing stacks that are already here. He gains shield equal to 2% of his max HP, and the stacks can go up to 10 times. So obviously just by doing this here, we got 5 right there, we got another 6 right there, and then I guess if we just have 5 in general, we're doing the max amount. Oh, excuse me, we're doing the max amount that we need, but it can go to a cap of 10. So interesting to see how that's going to come into play here, but at least we're able to know that we're getting all his stacks by doing a obvious 1 2 3 thing here. But it does say 2 2 1, so I guess you could proc this off twice somehow. I'm unsure how, but it'll be like 1 2, meaning you get 2 night stacks. Then of course you get these being around like 5 to immediately 7, so 7 in total night stacks is what it looks like. And then we lose all our night stacks, which is kind of interesting, but still cool. We get a decent bit of those, meaning we can take advantage of a lot of damage. I'm not really going to look at his awarenesses because I want to save that for a different video, and we're just going to move on to some of the weapons here. For what I know with the weapon, it does help out with the critical damage, as you guys can see. But whenever we have night contract, we're able to get attack percentage, and by spending HP, we're increasing our critical rate, which is kind of interesting compared to just the 4-star weapon, which increases our damage. Now besides this, I'm kind of excited by this dude. Like, he comes out in 2 whole freaking days, and with what we know about him, I feel like he's going to be a really powerful character, especially with some of the clips I've seen about him. So I'm excited to see how that's going to work out. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, learning more about my man as well, because Luce is going to be a really cool character. See him already go from a amazing 4-star character to now this 5-star variant. I can't wait to see what they really have in store. So comment down below how you think he's going to be, and if you're excited to play him. I'm probably going to have some TW beginner guides as well, some global guides coming back very soon, so look forward to it. But till then, thanks for watching. Peace out.